So here's the question for today. Why do some real estate agents continue growing their income and their impact year after year while others plateau after initial success? Well, my name is Gene Donohue, and I am the creator of the Agent Success Formula. And in this episode, we'll complete our process flow stack series by exploring element 6, the continuous learning and development that separates top performers from just about everyone else. But before we dive in, just a quick reminder that if this content resonates with you, please visit my website at genedonohue.com. That's genedonohue.com. So, over the past few episodes, we've built a complete framework for sustainable real estate success using the process flow stack. We established financial clarity, implemented cash flow systems, developed strength-based lead generation, created exceptional client experiences, and built robust referral systems. So today, we're completing this framework with element 6, and that's the engine that powers every other element and determines whether your business continues growing or gradually declines. So here's something you may not know. Most real estate agents experience their peak performance within their first 4 or 5 years. Then they plateau or decline. And this isn't because they become lazy. It's because they stop growing. And here's what typically happens. An agent finds initial success, gets comfortable, and maintains their current approach. Meanwhile, the industry continues to evolve. Technology advances, client expectations shift, and new agents enter with fresh approaches. So, what once created a competitive advantage becomes almost standard practice. The agents who thrive long term understand that in this industry, standing still means falling behind. Your competition isn't just other agents. It's actually the version of yourself you could become with intentional growth. So without continuous learning, even the best systems become less effective over time. Your mindset becomes fixed rather than growth oriented. Your skills become outdated rather than cutting edge. And so elements 1 through 5, they get you to a certain level of success. But element 6 determines how high that level continues to rise. So what makes element 6 so different from everything else then? Well, it's because it's unique because it strengthens all previous elements. And when you commit to continuous learning, your financial planning becomes more sophisticated, your systems more efficient, your lead generation adapts to changing markets, and your client experiences, well, they just improve, go through the roof. This creates the all-important learning loop. As you improve your mindset and systems, you see better results. And better results give you resources to invest in further learning. And that creates that upward spiral that compounds over time. And so remember, you've heard me say this before, and you'll hear me say it again, mindset fuels the systems, and systems support the mindset. And element 6 is where this becomes the most powerful. Every new insight strengthens your mindset, and every system improvement supports that enhanced thinking. And so element 6, it becomes so strong when other elements are in place. So if you're struggling with financial stability or inconsistent cash flow, learning can actually become a luxury that you really can't afford because you need to close. So with a solid foundation from elements 1 through 5, continuous learning becomes an investment rather than an expense. But effective continuous learning isn't random, you see. It requires a systematic approach built on 3 specific pillars. And so these pillars, they work together to create this sustained growth. So pillar one is that mindset development. So here we're talking about psychology, resilience, vision, and mental frameworks that drive decisions. Your mindset determines what opportunities you see and how you respond to challenges, and also whether or not how you persist through difficulties. An agent with a growth mindset sees market shifts as opportunities. An agent with a fixed mindset sees them as threats. So, pillar two is systems evolution. Here, we're refining processes, leveraging new technology, and improving operational efficiency. Your systems can always be refined and should be. Technology continues to advance, offering new tools for communication, transaction management, and market analysis. And agents who stay current create significant advantages. And pillar three is skill enhancement. And here we're talking about sales ability, communication techniques, negotiation tactics, and market expertise. You see, your sales skills, they're not static. Techniques that worked 5 years ago may feel outdated today. Communication styles that resonated with one generation may not connect with the next. So, continuous skill development ensures you remain relevant regardless of market challenges. Now, knowing these three pillars is one thing, but how do you actually implement them in your busy real estate practice? So, understanding the pillars is one thing, but implementing them, that's another. So, first, what we need to do is create a learning budget. And I want you to allocate at least 3% of your NCI for development. And this isn't an expense, it's an investment into future earning capacity. And please, this is above and beyond your required CE courses as well. So don't overlook the importance of budgeting for your development. When you do so, you are more likely to follow through. Second, establish a learning schedule. You need to block time weekly for focused development because consistency matters more than intensity. Third, conduct those quarterly self assessments. Every 90 days or so, honestly evaluate your performance. Ask yourself, where are you struggling? What skills would make the biggest difference if you improve them today? And use this to guide your learning priorities. Fourth, implement this immediately. Every new concept should be tested within 30 days. So this ensures learning translates to results. Fifth, track your progress. Keep records of what you're learning and how it impacts your business and your decisions. This shows return on investment and guides future decisions. When you implement this systematic approach consistently, something remarkable happens that most agents never experience. And that's the power of element six, the compound effect of continuous improvement. So those small enhancements create dramatic results over time. So consider an agent who improves just 1% monthly. After 1 year, they're not just 12% better, they're actually almost 13% better because of compounding. And after 5 years, they're like almost 80% more effective. These small improvements create massive advantages over time. And the compound, it's across all areas of your business. Better communication improves client satisfaction, leading to more referrals. You have an enhanced negotiation, closes more deals. Improved systems create time for relationship building. Advanced market knowledge builds authority. Agents who commit to element six don't just improve current business, they position themselves for future opportunities and adapt when markets shift. But here's a warning. Please avoid the shiny object learning trap. I've seen too many agents chase every new strategy without any depth whatsoever. Focus on systematic improvement rather than random knowledge acquisition. Choose learning that aligns with your strengths and supports your strategies. So, as we wrap this up, today we completed our process flow stack series with element 6, continuous learning and development. And this element multiplies everything else you've built. When you combine all 6 elements, you create a business that doesn't just survive market changes, but thrives because of them. And the complete process flows framework gives you that framework for predictable income in an unpredictable business. So here's your action step for this week. Conduct your first quarterly self-assessment. Evaluate your performance across all 6 elements and identify where improvement would make the biggest difference. Then invest in specific learning to address that area. Remember, your competition isn't standing still, and neither should you. In real estate, continuous learning isn't optional. It is the price of sustained success. So this brings us to full circle to where we started this entire process flow stack journey. Over the last 7 episodes, we've built a complete system for real estate success using the process flow stack. And as I've been known to say, knowledge without action is just entertainment. So your next step is taking action on what resonates most with your current situation. So this is Gene Donohue, and remember, mindset fuels the systems, and systems support the mindset. And element 6 ensures both continue growing throughout your career. Until next time, cheers.